of our country it's addressed by different names, but what I love about this festival is that you get to wear black, and I absolutely love the color black. And when you get a chance to actually wear black for a festival, which is rare in the then that's really I'm going to talk about, certain energetic updates. Okay, it is not just the updates of what's happening in the world, in the universe, and also the upgrade on what is shifting on this particular YouTube channel, right? Because I have been a lot about alignment and how things feel on the outside as well as how things feel on the inside. And my personal journey for the last 5 years has been about finding this alignment because, if you just live by the rules of the external world, okay, the marketing world, the capital world, where you are told so many times that you are not good enough, you need to purchase this, you need to purchase that, your attention is being pulled in 100 different directions. It's a chaotic world to live into. And a part of me started to feel that void 5 years ago. So I was in a birthday party of mine, and it was at home. I had all the people who, love me, and I had just graduated from my college also. So this is in about June 2021, and I had all my family. I had my mother had prepared and ordered like more than 40 plus food items in that particular birthday party, and I had a job that I got from my campus. So I almost had everything that a 22-year-old would want, and I was enjoying that. But in that moment, that night of between 5th June to 6th June, I felt this deep-seated emptiness inside of me, this big void that something is not right, something is missing. What could be missing after having everybody, everything? And I love food. So ample amount of food, ample amount of enjoyment, people, everything that I thought mattered suddenly started to, at a feeling level, feel like there has to be more. There has to be more meaning to what I do. It cannot be just me doing a back end job. Okay, and you can hear all the Sankrantri noise around me. There are ladies chit chatting because they have their haldi kumkum around, and there are people who are flying kites. So we are going to talk in this chaos, and that's how the world is. You find yourself in that particular chaos, right? And you can hear how loud our colony aunties have come out today, and they want to talk about it, and they have all the rights to do that. And I love this, by the way, during community events, the way you come together, and the way we have this exchange, because this is getting more and more missing from the world. So I started to align on things, and as I aligned, I started to refine what I really wanted to do, what is my purpose, where do I find meaning in my work, and that is how I became a full-time life coach eventually. And now, just not I'm not doing just mindset based coaching, which I used to do. There are various different layers to my practice. So there are deeper layers of energetic alignment, which we do with your human design, your astrology chart, if you would like to believe in astrology. So there are many, many ways in which I will be able to help you align with who you are at your core. And what is shifting is that, what shifted for me personally is going from being someone who would perform, who would over function to achieve things, or to get things done, or to be helpful to other people. So being helpful to other people is actually a good quality, right? But I would practice this good quality to my own detriment. So for example, I would be somebody who would constantly give advice, whether you are asked or whether you're not asked. Now, people pay me, and I am well paid to give advice if I want to give as a mentor, and I'm paid to listen if I'm listening as a coach, and present patterns, insight, solutions, depend on what the service is. So, right now, I'm using it to my advantage, but initially, I would give a lot of unsolicited advice to my friends, and trying to be helpful even at the detriment of my own time, well being, everything. And this all felt like, very positive traits, because this is what you hear from the society, right? That good girls or good people are the ones who are accommodating, who are helpful, and who do things for others at the cost of their own burnout. And then I eventually realized that healthy communities or healthy relationships are the ones where there are win-win situations, where people, there's not one person who is always facing the backlash. And if I am saying yes to so many things and so many people, where am I really standing up? Where am I really developing this integrity? So my 22-year-old mind started to ask all of these questions, and I went on a journey to find out the answers to all of these questions. And that's where I understood that this win-win situation is very, very important. So the alignment that has happened now is shifting from going from being very performative to being someone who will not abandon herself, or who will not constantly be on the losing side of things just so that other people win. Because I thought that's how the world works, that if I am the one who's supposed to serve, then I need to actually be on the losing end of things. But then I realized that that's not the case, and we can really function very well creating win-win situations for ourselves and other people. So we can consider both the sides and try to do the things that are best for us. So when I started doing all of this, I came across a very good concept, and it's, I think, from Adam Grant. And he asked this particular question in his book. Okay, that in an organization, who do you think are the people who are the happiest? Are they the givers or are they the takers? So, would you like to be on the more giving side or taking side? Is a dilemma that I had. And he asked this question, right, in his book. And I was reading that book, I was watching his videos. And the answer is that the least happiest people in the organizations are givers, and the most happiest person in the organizations are also givers. So there are two category of givers. One are the givers who just constantly go on giving, giving, giving without really noticing that they are getting burnt out, they are getting resentful, they are feeling all of these feelings, and they are doing it to their detriment. And then there are takers who don't care about other people, they believe in taking and they just mind their own business. And then there are givers who also consider, what am I creating value for the other person, right? Or what is on the other side of giving? Okay, and they try to balance this give and take as much as it is possible. So when you operate from that level of giving where you are also fulfilled, so how we say, right, you cannot pour out of an empty cup, you need to fill your own cup first. So this will happen when we understand that we don't have to abandon ourselves, our well-being, our true happiness and peace, just so that the world says that you are a good person, just so that the world says that you are doing a great job. So biggest shift in my life is happening, which is needing the least amount of external validation. The only validation I take from is from my mentors. When it comes to my work, if I feel like some things need correction or how can I do it better, I go to my mentors. I found my mentors and I go to my mentors and I ask them. So the need to be validated by the external world has gone like very negligible. And if I want to talk to people, I have people whom I can trust and who are my close relationship people. I talk to them. And this is how that my focus can really develop, and I can be focused on what I choose to focus. And that is why a lot of people who say that I want to start my own business, I want to quit my job, or they talk about these changes, but they are never able to do these changes because for them, they are not important. They themselves are not important. They are ready to sacrifice themselves. Hence, they are ready to sacrifice their dreams. They are ready to sacrifice their vision just because they want to do what they have always been doing so far. Because if they don't do this, what will their family members say? If they don't do this, what will their boss think about them? Or if they don't do this, what will that other person think about them? So they are in this mode of trying to either please everyone, keep everyone happy, or second, function for other people also, right? That a person who is an adult can do things by themselves, but still you are doing things for them. And especially in Indian society, that is what people call as love and attachment, right? That a person is fully functional, they can do things for themselves, but you are going and constantly saving other people, you are going and constantly, nobody's asking you for marriage advice, but you are constantly telling other people to get married, find a, you're telling them, I can find a girl for you, a guy for you, Not necessary, right? If you've been asked to do that, if it's your profession, that's a different thing. But अगर आपसे किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं, आप ज़बरदस्ती का, especially when you see yourself giving unnecessary solicited advice. This is one of the things that you are in that category of people who function, they think that they're functioning very highly, they are being helpful, but they don't have their own business to mind. I know this sounds very, very strict and blunt and all of that, but I'm not judgy. And whenever I see that pattern in the session, I call it out. The more you will mind your own business and you will create value for other people by minding your own business, the happier you will be in your life. Okay, so if you are in this journey of developing yourself, minding your own business, and as a result of minding your own business you're doing good things for other people, you can join our Mission 2026 batch, which is starting from 17th of January. So these are master classes. Okay, there are going to be 10 master classes. There are 10 different modules, and the first module we are going to start on 17th of January. So in the first module we will be recording this module, so even if you join later on, we are going to meet once a month, okay, in 2026, and we're going to finish all these 10 modules. And you will be in that space where you are interacting with other people in the group who are also in that journey. So these will be group sessions. I will be facilitating those group sessions. I will be giving you the tools to actually grow. And this may feel like a very slow process that we are just meeting once a month, but this is what I have seen working for a lot of people, that they meet me once in a month. They discuss things with me. We do certain calming, grounding, emotional wellness practices, which helps you to work from a place of clarity. So it is not about doing a lot, but it is about doing what really matters. Let me tell you, if you're someone who follows my work or who is subscribed to this channel, you're going to stay way ahead of people by not rushing, but by really focusing on what is going to matter in the future. Because everybody is telling you AI, everyone is telling you automation, everybody is running in that direction. But you know what? The real people who are able to spot what is going to happen in the future are the ones who are contrarians, okay? Whose thinking is very different than other people. And I have the blessing of being an contrarian by design. So I'm not contrarian, forced contrarian. I'm a contrarian by design. That is why I found it so hard to fit into spaces and circles, especially in my early teenage and everything. But now that I'm observing people who have real substantial value and who can give precise guidance, especially let's say you are a coach, you're a mentor, or anybody like that, who can give other people the precise guidance, the precise steps, the precision, ओके, कि ये करने से ये हो जाएगा, ठीक है, and simple advice or simplicity in their work. Whoever has that, okay, whoever has that groundedness will be having an absolute leverage for the future, because things are getting so uncertain, the world is changing. So the people who have contrarian thinking, people who are embodying simplicity in their work, and people who can be precise when this whole world goes topsy-turvy, up and down and everything like that. So if you can be a grounded leader in this world, okay, we all are leaders, we are leading some or the other things, even if you don't know, you are inspiring so many people. So if you're that kind of a person who likes to stay grounded when things are, changing, things are getting uncertain and all of that, then you'll find a lot of value on our YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to my channel. Yes, I am from India. Alicia Johnson. I'm from India. So this is what is happening. There are two major things that are upcoming, which I wanted to make an announcement. I've already made a lot of announcements in the past about our upcoming programs. These are the ones that I have newly added. One I told you, that is Mission 2026. You can join in any month. You can choose your membership time frame. It could be 3 months, it could be the whole year, and you'll always have recordings of the past sessions. And you can come work with us, understand, learn more about our work, and that will add value to your personal growth and personal development journeys. That is Mission 2026. We are going to work more with the elements of staying grounded, considering how our nervous system also functions. And that's why I say that rushing is not going to be the next best thing to do, but slowing down is going to be the theme for 2026. So, whatever healing work, whatever inner work you have done in the past few years, especially if you're resonating with me right now, that last few years were those dark night of the soul journey. It was that journey where a lot of things were collapsing in your life, and you have found a renewed self, a new self, or just a new lens of looking at the world. You'll be able to resonate with what I'm trying to say, that now this is not the year of healing and all of that for you specifically. This is a year where you embody your learnings and you get visible to the world. And the people who actually feel like things are collapsing for them now, things are getting confused for them now, start working on yourself. Okay? Look at all areas of your life. What would you like to change? Even if it is something that's bothering you, which is as small as, I want to change that light bulb which is flickering from such a long time and I'm not doing anything about it. Please go and change it. Action is such a big motivator. It will make you feel less helpless. So these are the things that are happening. The second thing is that we had our heart-led coaching business masterclass, and we had absolute lots of insights in this masterclass, and people were asking from a place of their deep experience, because people who come into this industry usually come from corporate backgrounds, or they come from different kinds of backgrounds, and now they have to be self-employed, or they have to be their own boss, and they have to be the business owner. So they had a lot of questions over it, and life coaching industry promises you that, people, a lot of people promise you that you will have that freedom in this business, which you have. But the initial few years, you really need to work on first your services, how you are coaching your skill, and also you need to have your social media in place, your personal authority, your personal branding in place, and you need to understand the psychology of your ideal customers very, very well. So the next module that I am going to teach is going to be an in-depth module into buyer psychology. And if you're someone who wants to position themselves as a coach that works with premium clients, when I say premium, I don't only mean people who pay you well, which is very, very, very important, okay? But also the people who value what you have to offer, and you have this sense of resonance and value alignment with those people. Because when you don't understand that, and when you don't have value matches with your clients, what happen is that your client has this pressure that, when will I get results, when will I get results, or you as a coach have that pressure on your head that, oh, how will I get results, how will I give results. Whereas the coaching relationship actually functions on very different kind of fundamentals, and that is what is exactly missing. The fundamentals are taught well by very few people, and very few people are actually interested in learning the fundamentals, right? And as I said, that contrarian thinking is a superpower. First principle thinking, or becoming an expert in any fundamentals, whatever you are learning. Okay, if you are good with the fundamentals, you can really do good in that particular field. So that's why I'm going to conduct this masterclass where we are going to discuss biopsychology in depth. How do you actually conduct that relationship so that you get results? Okay, how do you show up, how do you decide the pricing, how do you position yourself, what is going to be your niche, all of that. So that masterclass is going to happen on 8th of February. I will again share the link, and for the first few days, I think till 21st, this will be the early bird price, and then we will be putting up a new price after 21st of January. So you can take the benefit of the early bird offer that we have right now. So I always wanted, to have a community where people relate to my work, they are able to feel the resonance. And with so many of you, when you actually come for the one-on-one calls, it does not feel like I'm talking to strangers. I almost don't feel like I'm talking to strangers. And you also, when you say that, we saw this video and this is, I know you're going to say this, there is always so much of resonance in when we start working. So much of the time that goes into rapport building, actually I get to save that time because you people watch my content and then you come from that place. So that's a very good point that happens. Hi, Naitik. So many of you are, I think, new over here. So if you are into personal development, if you want to develop your leadership and visibility skills, this is a place where you can find a lot of value. So in today's video, we spoke quite a lot about many different things, especially about high functioning, being very performative, to being someone, who is more authentic, more real. So the more and more real and authentic you start to get in today's world, so there are going to be, two categories of people, or two categories of customers, consumers, or anything that you want to call, which will happen due to the rapid increase of AI. First, people who are becoming more and more delusional. Okay, you're just buying into that delusion. And second category, you're getting in more and more real. That does not mean that you will not use AI. That does not mean I don't use AI. A lot of beautiful posters that you see are created by AI. But I am not, using that AI as my coach. I'm not using that AI to replace my therapist if I want to go to, because I know that I need to talk to a human who has gone through certain experiences. AI can give me information, but AI also has the capacity to make you more delusional. Very few people have noticed this, but AI can make you delusional, right? And if you stay on social media for too long, like, this, let's say your watch time is increasing, the amount of hours you spend on social media, you're scrolling, all of this is all brain drain. It is all losing your creative capacity and all of that. I know I sound quite preachy at the moment, but this is really happening. Like, when people come and when you ask them questions, so many people talk in circles, and they're not able to just communicate the point that they want to say, because there is overload of information, there is overload of what people are consuming, and huge fatigue and analysis paralysis because of all these things that are happening. Instagram, you can search for Rutuja Lingampally, you'll find my account. So there's Rise with Rutuja, that's my account, so you can follow that. So all the announcements that I just mentioned, the links will be in the description. To either become a part of Mission 2026, you can become a part of that in any month. But if you want to attend all the sessions live, it's good that you become a part now, so that from January itself you have the access to everything. And I have deliberately kept it affordable, because after my experience has grown, I have priced up my services. So I also wanted to keep certain spaces which are affordable, and certain spaces which are also free for people. For example, the Courage Circle for women is free, absolutely free. So go to my Instagram, drop a message, or I will leave the Courage Circle form also in the description. And there is Life Clarity and Confidence Blueprint, which is absolutely a free tool for people who can leverage it at their best. I have literally shared some tools that I share during my premium coaching session. So if you are someone who's ready to juice out the best from these places, you will get a lot of value over here. So that's so happy, that makes me so happy, that I always wanted to create such resources, and I always wanted to create such communities. And the last time I met all of you who came for Heart-Led Business Coaching workshop, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. I mean, such amazing people from such amazing backgrounds with such amazing stories. All of that would be amazing again, right? So if you're someone who's really passionate about personal development and who wants to make the best of 2026, when I say the best, I just don't mean that you're chasing success without really thinking about the meaning and fulfillment aspect. But you want success that does not drain your soul. You want visibility, okay? You don't want to fear becoming visible. You want to develop more confidence, you want to improve your articulation, your communication. This is a channel where you can really subscribe. Okay, so bye bye for now. See you in the next live.